Welcome to the Who Cares podcast, a podcast that enters your soul, with your host, Stephen Maranga. Welcome to the Who Cares podcast, a podcast that enters your soul, with your host, Stephen Maranga.
Her stuff inside a yellow bag. She realizes this is the last. With her mother, with her father who's told her yellow lies her whole life. Her yellow dreams, her yellow.
And we're live here once again for the Who Cares podcast.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Hello. That's right. It's time for Stephen. I'm Stephen Morago, Stephen with a PH, and it's once again time for the Who Cares podcast, the greatest podcast on the planet. And I'm joined here by the two loveliest people that I've met today. No, just kidding. Two of the best people in my life at this moment. Two of the best people I've met ever.
Those are all honest statements.
Honestly. And so
they are
absolutely. And so, but I want to welcome here the man.
they totally are. He's good.
The man behind the newest member here, and you probably have seen a clip of some of the Shane show. Here he is, Mr. Shane Smith. Welcome to the Who Cares podcast.
Hello, podcast listeners. I am Shane Smith, and I hope you check out my podcast because probably.
Well, you don't have a podcast; you have a show.
I have a show. It's fuck podcast.
Yes, fuck podcast.
Your podcast is amazing. Podcasts are great, but
they're all right.
But my show is so great.
It is, and maybe people got a chance to glimpse at it, but it wasn't
Shane Show. Shane Show. Don't you know though? Dropping questions like a Shane would write solo. It's the Shane Show. Shane. Check out my show coming out this week. Shane Show.
But it wasn't right yet.
Not yet, but
It's always right.
But there's a lot of work in video shows. It's very difficult because you have to shoot a lot of content to get.
You have to.
You have to.
And the people that you met,
they're amazing. Everyone I've interviewed, thank you very much. But
right.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, and so we're being very transparent. We're saying, hey, listen, we tried to put out this video, and it wasn't right. It just wasn't right.
It was not right.
And that's nobody's fault. John, the Pokey John, actually did a fantastic editing job, but it just didn't click.
There wasn't enough content with my show.
That's right.
And it's my fault. If there's anyone's fault, it's mine because
No,
it is mine.
This is your first go around, Shane.
My first go around, but the thing is that I know enough about myself, and I know enough about interviewing people.
So watch out, everybody.
Because honestly,
here he comes.
I have no problem interviewing anybody, but the thing is that you have to have enough content to really put out a show. It takes 3.
Well, then listen.
So they have to be interesting. For you
first of all, yeah. So people out there, be interesting.
Got it.
So Shane can interview you.
Exactly.
And it's my own fault because honestly,
I think it's the people's fault. Just kidding. We love everybody.
I would go with that.
Shane, you are the people's interviewer.
I'm there for you. I'm there for the people. I'm there for the people.
You are? What a slut.
Well, here we have. Oh, here we have over here Shane's better looking half.
Yeah, my better
his friend.
half.
His friend that he brought to the What's the Play family we have here, Miss Ashley. Thank you for joining us.
No, she's beautiful and she has a great voice.
Okay.
So.
Dude, I've forgotten that I sound like I'm on Kids Bop though.
Can you talk closer?
Okay, you know those Kids Bop albums? Like,
yes.
Okay, where they're like, I'm going to redo a Britney Spears song, or
right.
I'm going to redo a, like...
LFO.
Okay, yes.
That's when Kids Bop was hot.
LAF, no, what is it?
Oh, LMFAO. But I was talking about, I went out with Common Fish, but that was like when Kids Bop started with Britney Spears, all that.
Yeah.
And then they...
So, one time I was like, you know what? I'm going to become a fucking... Holy shit.
No. Doesn't matter.
I was like, I'm going to become a fucking singer.
On Kids Bop?
No, I wanted to be a pop star. My dream is to be a pop star.
On Kids Bop?
No!
Oh, okay.
I just didn't like.
But do you think that the singers on Kids Bop wanted to be Kids Bop singers?
No, they did not at all. Because when I was trying to audition for a fucking song, they were like, Oh, you know what you would be perfect for, Mom? What? They're all kids.
No, wait.
Mama, what did you tell me? They're all.
No, you're so great for Kids Bop.
That's ridiculous.
That's like
Mama, they're all. Mama, so when I'm singing in the shower, Mom, hit me, baby. Well, I sound like fucking Kids Bop.
Well, at least you said that you were good for some.
No.
Well, some people wouldn't even get that.
Yeah.
Let's look at the glass half full.
Like a pedophile's dream. Great. Thanks, America.
Speaking of rest in peace, George Bush.
Yeah. Rest in peace, George Bush. Thank you for your pedophilia.
Fucked up, right?
Yeah, evil motherfucker.
Yeah.
So
lizard fuck.
Welcome once again to the Who Cares podcast. We're here with two fantastic people, and I want to start the show off right. And I don't want to say a serious tone because we're definitely not serious here, but something actually very serious happened to me today.
You can be serious.
Okay. Well, this is serious.
Okay.
And I want to say this. I want to preface this with that we know that the world has heard us being a bunch of idiots talking about how relationships are this, that, or the other, or we hate on these people, or we love these people, and it's all in funny games because it's called Who Cares? And so because it's called Who Cares, but this is not Who Cares. I care.
We actually care.
We actually care about this one.
We do care.
And so what it's done in the new year, it's going to transition us into a more positive atmosphere.
God.
I didn't even say it that right. I didn't even say it right.
Sounds great to me.
Oxymorons are going to take us far.
Right. So this would happen, Miss Ashley, and this would happen, Mr. Shane.
Hell yeah.
Today,
Mr. Shane.
I happened in the middle of the night last night. I got a call from a girlfriend of mine. She is what you would call a very Latina girl. And by very Latina, I'm not sure she was born here.
Latina.
I mean, paisa.
No, hold up. You talk bad about my little.
Paisa's not a bad term.
Okay.
It actually is.
Well,
my grandma actually likes
she
to
quit
call
high
them
school.
hill ponchos.
She quit high school. She's about 18 or 19.
She said hill ponchos.
Okay, here's the thing. My grama says...
Wait, she wouldn't quit high school at 19.
No, unless she had a kid.
So later. 19 is a proud age.
I quit high school at 21.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't even know what story she's telling me.
If you quit high school at 19, that's probably a good age.
She's definitely of age. She's definitely of age.
Okay, let's just put it this way.
Okay, I'm trying to tell a story.
Paisa's bad name, though. Don't
It
call
is.
them Paisas, okay?
Your friend did over
I
there.
did. I'm sorry.
I
You know
didn't
how,
say that.
like, white people like to be like, that person's a hillbilly?
Right.
My grandma likes to call them hill ponchos.
Oh.
Hill ponchos.
Hill poncho.
Yeah, they don't never know what you're talking about. When
Hill
you're like,
poncho.
oh, you're a fucking hill poncho. They never know.
They're a
But
poncho
at
on the hill.
19 is a
Ponchos,
good
like
age.
another name for Billy. Like, hill
I got you.
poncho, hill... Yeah.
If you're going to quit high school, 19 might be a good age to quit.
Well, whatever her story is. Can we just...
Oh, yeah.
She's not the focal point of the
Back
story.
to you. Oh, okay.
Thank you. So I snuck out in the middle of the night last night, and I snuck out in the middle of the night, and I'm like, I gotta go, right? I did.
You did.
I gotta go.
I was like,
When it calls, it calls.
Steven's leaving.
That's
She's a beautiful girl. She's a beautiful girl. It doesn't matter. If she's legal or not, it doesn't matter.
Long hair,
I don't know.
tan
she's
skin.
legal,
Tell me about her. I need to know.
She's
A little hottie, okay.
she's
Cool.
has that great complexion, great
Oh,
skin.
great.
Maybe in 2 years she might be heavy set.
Proactive has done great for her.
She might be heavy set in 3 years.
Oh, okay.
But since she's from my base,
Well, I saw her mother
You can't get...
obese.
Whoa,
that's
hit
about
it while you
time.
can.
That's about time.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. I'm a Moraga. She's a... Anyways, so this beautiful girl has me over to her house last night. We actually have to go into her parents' bedroom, which is weird because I see like, what do they call it? Ranchero outfits?
Oh,
Like in a sombrero?
The ranchero, like they're cowboys, but they're
Iso?
rancheros. Rancheros.
Oh, my God.
Nice.
Okay.
Right, the belt buckle, everything, but they're hanging on the walls. I'm like, wait, this isn't your room. She's like, no, but I sleep on the floor, a little sleeping bag or
It
something.
happens.
Real weird.
She's mad at him?
Probably I shouldn't even be talking about this, but because it sounds like she's very young. She is. She's 19. But anyways,
Not
that
true.
has nothing to do with the story.
That has nothing to do with it because I slept in my Thea's bedroom until I was actually 22 years old. I had 2 sets of bunk beds in
That's
my
not
bed.
surprising because Monica, I love you, but my cousin Monica did sleep in her parents' bedroom until she was 16.
Yeah, well, that's not abnormal.
Well,
so you're
for a daughter.
You know, no.
So maybe
She
that was
can-
her bedroom. Is
Yes,
what you're saying? Okay.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right. So whatever. We have fun. Blah blah blah. But I parked, not in the complex, and it's in the land of the forest called Lake.
Lake Forest.
Oh,
Lake
no.
Forest?
Where is that? Where is this magical place?
Oh,
These
it's Orange
magical
County
numbers.
Lake Forest, by chance?
You fucking
Is
word
it-
slayer. Like, I'm
Is
like,
the
where
for-
is this magical
is the-
land? I love Disney stories. I
It's
do.
Lake
I
Forest.
love
Is
Disney
that the-
movies.
my-
If you want to go to
Where
Lake
is it?
Forest,
Where is this?
come and take a round and see.
Oh, that's what I was thinking about. Where is this? Like,
Well, she
Lake
lives there.
Forest,
Yes,
baby.
And
there's Nana.
I lived there
Uh,
10 years ago. She might have been 8.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, well then.
But
well
who
then.
cares? But
Okay.
there's more and more, her kind.
Mm-hmm. Oh, our kind.
I
Our
was just
kind.
kidding.
Got it,
Our
got it.
kind. I know.
Young
I'm just kidding.
Paisa girls.
Young.
No.
What is it? What is that?
Well, if
So
everybody's not offended completely by this, if you listen to the story, I'm going to tell you how.
Did you have
It wraps
corchets
up.
on?
No, because this is the first.
Painted eyebrows.
I got. First of all, this story is very near and dear, and I want
Okay.
everybody out there, every man out there. I can't really speak for women, but
Mhm.
this happens to every man, whether it be color. I'm not sure about white guys, but this has happened.
White
Maybe
guys.
white guys in a different
We're
country.
talking about men with dicks. Yes, dicks. Yes.
Okay. Well, there goes all of our white audience.
I think all.
Thanks.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm
white
a
guys,
guy.
keep listening.
I'm a white guy. I don't have a dick.
Yeah, and you drew it very large.
Yes.
Painting
He
it
did
on
it.
the post.
He drew a painting of you.
Oh my god.
Well,
Point
if you're white, dude, you're gonna paint your dick. Paint it large,
You
bro.
better paint it large.
It was
Because,
really
like,
big.
Yeah,
Yes. If you don't, who is?
honestly, like, out of all people in the
Paint by
world,
numbers.
white guys do have the largest dicks in the world. We are the
Oh
kings
my
of dicks.
God.
Like, white guys,
Who is that guy? Who is that?
we
fucking-
do have the
who
largest
is that
penis in the
paint
world,
by
so
numbers
thank
guy?
you.
Wait.
Oh my God.
What did you say?
White guys have the largest dicks in the world. It's the
No,
truth.
no, it's height.
You
Stupid.
might want to get close to the mic and say that.
White guys have the biggest dicks in the world.
Yep. Let's get a round of applause. Oh my God.
Oh, Jim.
Well, this podcast is starting
Tell
off
me your story.
real crazy.
Tell me your story,
But my
please.
story is so serious.
I know, I feel
reel it back?
I'm being serious.
No, honestly, because I Shane is here at home office, and I was so distraught, but I wasn't, because I knew that I handled it finally in my life, finally well.
Mhm.
It's not even whatever. So I of course had to park not in the complex, because they have numbers for Mexicans.
Of course.
The Mexican numbers.
We're like Jewish people
Yeah.
now. We're like Jewish people with our fucking.
I didn't want to say it. Do you have your Jew number?
Well,
or your
I'm just
Mexican
saying,
number?
you're like, you got your Mexican number
Your
now.
Mexican
I got my
number.
fucking, I got it stamped right here on my wrist.
So I was only able to park half of my car. I
Okay.
was only able to park half of my car in this spot.
I've never been through this issue in my life, but I'm very
Well, that
curious.
was
All right, this is gold right now. This is gold. No, I'm
that's
just kidding.
fucked up,
I'm
okay?
just kidding. It's so fucked up all around. No, I'm just kidding. I had to park across the street, and this neighborhood now, it's in Lake Forest, and they're from the old days or whatever, 1970s, which is not that long ago.
Oh.
No,
So
Lake
these
Forest,
people-
like, became like 1990.
Well, what's happening is that there is an influx of Hispanics moving in there, and they have all the right to be there. You know, they're paying rent, and if the people want to rent to them,
Oh,
they have all the
man.
right. No, I'm just saying.
No,
If you pay your bills, you have right to
Right.
do
Well,
that.
they're paying
Of
rent, and the problem is
Of
over
course.
here.
Of
Over here, you
course.
got these old white people. They're like,
course.
these Mexican
Yeah.
motherfuckers moving in.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I didn't know any of this dramatic stuff that's going on. I
Huevos
did not know the dynamic.
rancheros.
Right. Ranchero belt
Yeah,
buckles.
we
What are
want
you?
no belt.
Hey,
You win a
We
championship?
don't
As
want
a
no
white guy-
huevos
as a
What are
white
you, a
guy-
boxing champion? What
As
is
a white guy, I'm
that?
like, what are you motherfuckers doing here?
Well, okay.
Okay.
Well, that's kind of
So tell me.
interesting that you say that, Shane.
I get
Because I'm going to my car and I'm getting my golf clubs, the whitest thing possible, out of my car. And I'm searching for something,
Okay.
right? And then I'm like, whatever. And I just get my car, and then I'm on my phone doing business. On my phone, I'm there 2 minutes, and this white guy comes out across the street.
Oh, white guy.
Yeah, I'm
Did he have blue eyes?
I don't know, he was a dirty-looking motherfucker.
Okay,
He was a
okay.
dirty white
All
man.
white guys have blue eyes.
He looked like an old porn star, and he had a
Brown,
ponytail.
I'm white guy, I don't have blue eyes.
He had a
I got brown
ponytail,
eyes.
and the hair was like being pulled so far back that it would start at the middle of his head. And so he's yelling. I'm parked across the street, right? And I'm just on my phone, just minding my own business. I have a backwards cap on, red.
Oh.
Right.
What?
Who knew? Right? What the fuck? I guess in Lake Forest. So
That's
to
bad.
everybody out there, shit just got real to me. So I want to let everybody know. I want to let everybody know out there.
Okay.
I finally, by myself. I mean, I've been profiled with my friends drinking beers in front of houses. I am there on a Tuesday afternoon at 11 o'clock, just minding my own business. Probably talking to you, Shane. Are we getting this done? We're getting this done. Yes, Steven, we're doing this, and I actually did more than you asked.
Yep.
And I actually took the bull by the horns and I fucked it.
That's right. I gangbang that fucking bull by
Like-
myself.
And I'm like, oh, fantastic.
Oh,
shit.
white people would.
So
do
then all of a
that,
sudden I hear
by the
white-
way.
I hear white noise. All of a sudden I hear- All of a sudden,
yeah,
all of a sudden I hear white noise.
Bull by myself.
I hear
can
white
do it.
noise coming from across the street. And this guy comes out, literally. I promise you, I'm not exaggerating at all. I know we've been exaggerating. And he goes, what, is that some fucking gangbanger across the street right there? And his wife is like picking the weeds or gardens or whatever she does. And I'm sitting there like, he can't be talking about me. I'm just pulled up and I'm like, what the fuck?
You're like, I don't.
I was just fucking with my
I'm
golf.
not a
Did you not
gangbanger.
see me fucking
Yeah.
my golf
The
clubs?
most whitewashed Mexican in the world.
Well, let's not even tell the audience that, but thank you.
Well, no offense.
No, listen. We had hamburgers and hot dogs instead of carne asada sometimes at our picnics, right? But that's besides the point, right? So
I have all.
we had it all, yeah. We had it all. But in saying that, so all of a sudden this guy comes out, white guy, and he's mad, right? And I hear him, and I'm just in my car, and I'm across the street, like there's a hill from the other house, so that's why it's like a nice little, enclave with a shade,
Yeah,
And I'm there 2 minutes, and she goes, he's only been there 10 minutes. Or 2 minutes. She's like, he's only been there 2 minutes. That's what the
voice
wife
of
said.
reason. The voice of
The
reason.
voice of reason. First, come to find out, a woman, right?
Yeah.
Voice of reason.
It would be, of course.
Well,
of
when,
course.
in those areas, the voice of reason is normally women because they're-
Usually it
Oh,
is.
Shane.
I'm just saying.
Well, you've been speaking for all white people, and now
Well,
you're speaking
no.
for all women.
no,
Speak for all women.
in rich areas,
Huh?
the women might be.
First of all, I don't know if these people, the way they dress did not say they're
They're like middle class, upper class.
upper middle class.
That's right.
Probably
Yeah.
That's
probably-
Whoa.
credit, debit.
Spend
Right, yeah.
Doesn't matter. They're
Money
holding
in the
on. It
clothes.
sounds like they're
Money
grasping
in my
at straws,
house.
and they're holding on to that last piece of grass before these Mexicans over here in this condo complex take it over.
From Mission View and shit.
Right, but it is. I understand.
No, my tias are coming in.
Your what?
Full force. My tias and tios are coming in full force, man. We're
But they got
here.
nice boobies.
Here.
We are here to take your fucking property. We
That's
are
right.
here to take your
It's
jobs.
over. It's over.
We're here to take over everything, please.
But
No,
they got nice
we are
boobies and
here.
nice booties though.
We
so
are
that's
here.
all right.
Well,
here.
after coming in an encounter with this man, take it.
I would love to.
So yeah, I almost gave up all white privilege.
But
I would.
her family has
I
nice
understood
booties
today.
and nice boobies. So
So listen. So I'm sitting there and I hear this, and he goes, "What is that gang member doing over there?" And I'm like, "What?" I'm almost like,
I would
whatever.
say
2019.
Early 30s
Thank you.
people. He is
Thank
lying
you.
to you.
That's right. So I'm looking at my center console. I'm looking at my center console, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, that's ridiculous. So I reach out of my car, I yell at him. I go, hey motherfucker, are you talking about me or what? And I go, you call me a gangbanger? Like what the
You
fuck's
are
wrong with you?
I would consider you a
Yeah,
gangbanger
right,
for
right.
sure.
In Lake Forest, yeah, definitely.
You look hardcore.
Yeah, in Lake Forest, I'm probably right. So like the prettiest gangster there was.
You
So-
are.
so-
I'm
so-
gonna write a song about you.
The prettiest gangster in Lake
Prettiest
Forest.
gangster.
In the forest they call Lake.
In the LF.
In the VA. So
Dude,
so I was almost gonna Google Map and know the street, but it's
Pretty
actually off
sure.
Muirlands. It's off Muirlands, and just to throw them on blast, I don't even give them the
You
time.
should.
Who gives a fuck?
Dude, fuck it.
Well, we'll Google Map them right now. But anyways, so I'm
Put their coordinates. I want to know their longitude. And
well, I don't really want to do that because the
latitude,
woman was a nice lady.
please.
The woman was a nice lady. So he's talking shit,
She made you tortilla
and so
chips.
and maybe I shouldn't have engaged it. Okay, and this is to everybody out there. There's a possibility I shouldn't have engaged him and just been on my merry way and be
In
like,
Lake
oh,
Forest.
laugh at him. He's an old white man. Who the fuck cares?
No.
I could buy and sell him with my fucking
But,
pink.
but,
Exactly.
no, but you know though, he like
He
honestly,
needs to get taught a lesson.
I'm a
though.
white dude. I'm a white guy, and like honestly,
are.
like
Yeah.
yeah,
What and what?
Yeah, I'm a white guy. Yeah, ha. But like the thing is
And
like
what do you say for him?
it's like other white guys like. There's people out there who we may be like, yeah, we got taught like our thing by our parents or whatever, but like we're not always right. Like our stereotypes are
Oh.
wrong
Oh, wait,
a lot
what?
of times.
What?
Like
What?
not all Mexicans are gangbangers, and like not all black people
They're
are
not?
gonna rob your house. That's not the
Okay.
truth.
Well, first of all,
The news didn't tell
I
me.
didn't even know I was Mexican until today.
Yeah, well, I didn't either. I was like, Steven's Mexican? I was like, why is he all offended?
No.
I was like,
So this motherfucker. So I go, hey motherfucker, are you talking to me? You call me a gangbanger or what? And he goes,
Yeah, but like, Steven was wearing a pink sweater when he came home.
Yeah, no shit.
He had a pink fucking sweater on.
Hey.
I was like, oh, what was he from? The pink sweater gang?
Hey, 6'9" claims
MS Pink Sweater.
6'9" claims Crips and Bloods. I don't even know what that means.
Oh no, there's
And he wears a lot of pink.
there is.
Are we speaking from the white people?
No,
or?
let me speak from my gangster ass fucking stuff for me. Like whatever people don't give a fuck if you know me or not.
No.
You don't know who the fuck I am.
No?
But
Well,
like-
they will because they're gonna see your show.
Fuck you. My show's a shit, and if you know my show, you'll know I'm the shit. But like, the truth is that there is Crips and Blood gangs, and they're called Black Rags.
Okay,
So
so
Black Rags is when you're Blood and Crips.
well, now everybody knows about
Black Rags is Bloods and Crips.
it.
Back to the podcast. Bloods and Crips is Black Rags. This is the truth. Fuck them.
All right. So I turn to this disgusting looking human being who looks like a reptile. But what I'm saying is this: he comes out and I said, "Hey, motherfucker, you call me a gangster? What the fuck's wrong with you, right?" And he comes out. He goes, "Yeah, I'm." And he comes up to my car, like he charges my car across the street. Yeah, I'm fucking talking. I go, "Oh, this motherfucker!" Like it made everything very, very real. And I thank this man for doing this. But anyways. He came at my car real
My
tough.
advice was to beat the shit
I
out of him.
fuck him, literally.
But you handle him much better.
Right.
Very
So he
responsible.
comes up to the car and he goes, "What? Yeah, like you know, you gotta understand. I have people like across the street. I have gangsters across the street. What are you doing over here?" I go, "It doesn't matter. It's a fucking public street, motherfucker. Here." And so I gave him my card. I'm a fucking owner. I'm the founder of a startup here. I'm the chairman of Think LLC. You dumb fuck. And he goes, "Well, what the fuck are you talking about?"
So stereotyping for sure.
Right. And he goes, "Oh, what?" I'm all, "Yeah, take my card." And he's like, "Oh, well. You got to understand, you know, like there's people across the street at 2 o'clock in the morning." And he goes, "If you owned a house," and he looked at my name and he goes, "Moraga, huh? What nationality is that?"
It doesn't matter.
Well,
I couldn't believe it. When he said that shit, I was like,
But what does it matter?
absolutely. What does it matter? And he's like, "What business do you do?"
Yeah, what does it matter?
And I'll tell you right
What
now,
does it
I
matter?
handled it the right way, but I wish I would have told him, "Hey, listen, I'm actually
Exactly.
building a social advice application to handle motherfuckers like
I
you."
don't even give a fuck, but what does it matter?
Absolutely,
You
that's
are on
what-
a public street.
And that's what I told him.
Okay?
And
He
that's,
is taking his job as a homeowner way too serious.
yeah, he owns a fucking home. Who cares? So what? Everybody and their mom can put down
Everybody can-
10%.
Everybody
5%.
gets home, yeah.
Well, 2% if he had a VA loan, maybe.
Yeah.
Because he looked like he'd been in a
Who
couple
is he
wars.
then? Who the fuck
His
is he?
face looks like it had been numb and been gassed.
Okay, then.
But, yeah, what is it? Napalm. His face looked like napalm. And so fucking, and I'm like, man, and who gives a fuck what business I'm in? Like, obviously, like, and he goes, and I said, I own a fucking couple of houses. And I said, I don't give a fuck who parks across the street. I'm going to sleep at 2 o'clock in the
What
morning.
fucking business
What are you
are
doing?
you
He's
in?
like, oh, well, I have insomnia. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. It has no, I don't have to tell him anything. I don't have to tell him nothing.
No.
But everything in my power, what I'm saying is, to every man out there, every man, it doesn't matter if you're white, brown, black, it doesn't matter. Yellow, I'm sorry, Asians. I don't know if we say that anymore.
I think Michael Jackson says that in one of his songs, though, right?
That's right.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It
Black
doesn't
or
matter.
white.
What I'm saying is, it doesn't matter. There's going to be dickheads throughout your life.
I know, of course.
And you know what ended up happening? He realized the way I spoke, how
Yeah.
intelligent I was.
You handled yourself correctly.
And I
Like,
spoke
it's
with the
just
Queen's English,
orderly.
or King's English.
It's just how it's supposed
And he's
to
like,
be.
oh, fuck. And I go, yeah, man, like, you better take it easy because, and he's like, oh, no, you can stay. He ended up saying, you can stay here as long as you like. And I go, and he gave me back my card. I'm like, no, you keep it.
Thank you.
And I said, no, motherfucker, I ain't staying there. Now get me the fuck out of this little complex, like out of this little turnstile. Where the fuck what is it called? Cul-de-sac. Cul-de-sac, whatever the fuck it's called. And he's like, oh, you just go up here, you just make it right up a mirror. And I'm like, oh, motherfucker, get the fuck, right? But that's the first time in my life that I handled something and I responded versus reacted.
Okay.
And so that is as I drove home and as mad as I was at this guy, and as mad as you want to play the race card or all that shit, who gives a fuck? I think everybody in this world has been confronted by a fucking piece of shit like that man. And so the whole business, why are we doing this podcast? Why are we doing everything through What's the Play? If you don't understand it by now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to help society, and we're trying to, Shane, what? Bring peace. You said that.
Peace to the world, man. By the individual, hey, you may have your personal problems, but if you can figure out your problems for an individual, what can we figure out for the world? Right?
Shit. And that's what the essence of What's the Play is about. If you have peace with yourself, thus brings peace to the world. And actually, Shane did bring that. He brought that to my attention tonight. And I was like, man, I wrote that shit down. And literally, like, that guy's a piece of shit. And you know what? You know what's crazy about that? I'll never remember this guy. Had it not been for this podcast, I'll never remember this guy ever. But there's a possibility that I would remember him the rest of my life because I caught a case from him. Because I beat the fuck out of him. Right? I beat his lizard skin over and over and over.
Thank God,
right?
yeah.
I didn't do that. Is what I'm saying.
God.
So what I'm saying is that, like, you can either react or you can respond. And to every young man out there, I understand how hard it is out there because people want to test you all the time. People want to test you too, Miss Ashley, right?
Yes.
And you're a beautiful girl.
They so do.
And you're a beautiful girl. And, like, why would they want to test you?
Who knows?
Who knows, right? So nobody knows. Nobody has it better than the other person. Everybody's going through their trials and tribulations. And so what's the play? The essence that Shane just said it so eloquently is that we are here. We're here to bring peace to your mind, and such we bring peace to the world.
That was
I just want to expound on that, and what we're going to do in the new year is we're going to try and make this a lot more positive because we want to explain to the world what What's the Play is because I don't think anybody really understands it.
No, I don't think they do. And, like, What's the Play is just in that everyday life situation that you're in, right? You just
right.
Somebody asks you
what
a
happened
question,
today to you?
You get stumped, right? And you're all,
what the fuck?
shit.
And or you walk away, you're like, man, I should have handled it like that.
Oh, what's the play, right?
Right.
Like, we need to be more positive about this. Just like the whole, who cares? Just take it for what it is, right? That's what the play is going to be, man. Like,
and it depends on the situation. It just it's doing the right thing, and I think Shane talked about that earlier. He said, just because you have the ability to do something to somebody doesn't mean you should.
Exactly.
So in saying that, what we're trying to do is go to forum.whatsplay.net and just go there and converse with people your own age, 17 to 34. If you're 35, you can be on there too. Or 36. Or if you're 16, no, we can't. You got to get your parents' permission, depending on the state. But forum.whatstheplay.net and just be a part of the community. Get expert advice because we all need that person that kind of gives you that expert opinion. Or that
take a little piece of advice from everybody. I do.
Right, and it doesn't mean that it's the be all end all advice.
No.
But everybody, whether they know it or not, they listen.
Everybody knows something more than I do.
Right.
Everybody does.
I've learned from homeless men.
I do not care how old you are, what life experience.
Usually, the older people have better advice.
It doesn't matter.
Because they've lived longer.
No, it doesn't even matter.
That's true, because they probably lived it.
You have lived a different life than I have.
Absolutely.
You know something different than I do.
Absolutely.
That's all it.
And so that's what the community, everything is about. And so we're here. Why isn't there an app out there to like help you with your life? You can put bunny ears and dog ears on your fucking face all day.
Bunny ears.
Whatever. I look excited she gets. But there isn't. And Mark Zuckerberg and all these guys want to build these platforms to like make themselves look really smart, really cool. But you know what they're not doing? They're not helping the world.
They're not.
And that's what we're trying to do in America.
Whether
you like me or not.
Separating people, actually.
They are. They're definitely separating people.
Because, like, how many friends do you have? How many people do you know?
Exactly.
Like,
they made it into a popularity contest.
It is.
I don't
We're
want to follow
back
these
in
people.
high school, people.
Right.
Fuck high school, let me tell you.
That's right.
You plan on getting out of high school, not staying in it.
How many people try to friend you and you're like, I'm not going to put you on my number.
Fuck you.
Right.
You didn't like me when I was in high school? Fuck you. Now you want to know me because I got big tits? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Okay? I like my fucking fake nails and my fake tits, and you still cannot be my friend.
And you know what?
Thank
And if somebody broke it, you wouldn't put it on police.
No. Fuck you. You don't need... No, you don't have the pleasure of knowing
well,
that.
everybody, Miss Ashley's going to be a regular here with her fucking opinions. All right, so is there any situation in your life, I don't want to say in your life, in the past couple months, like something that you wish you handled differently?
God, everything. I went to the DMV. I wish I would.
So how relevant is What's the Play?
Dude, your life is what's the play.
Right. What's the play in any situation?
You wake up and you're like, what's the play for today? Right. Like, what's the play?
Yeah, whether it's consciously or...
What's the play should be your motherfucking to-do list, okay? If you gotta jot down 3 things to accomplish.
What's the play?
What's the play? Right. What is my motherfucking play?
What's the play with my family? What's the play with my friends?
It applies to everything.
My job, my coworkers.
It should just be your daily to-go What's the play?
Should I have this
Wake
kid or
up.
not?
Set your alarm so Siri can tell you.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, it's
You know what? Siri should
6:30
tell you.
a.m. Wake up and
And then you
what's
tell
the play?
Siri. And then you tell Siri.
Exactly.
What's the play, Siri?
Bitch,
And she
this
won't know.
is what it is.
She'll short circuit.
We are going to do this because this is what's the play.
Right.
What's the play should be your life.
And so if anybody's listening out there, if they try to patent this, we already have the patent on it. So
Of
if
course.
so
Of
anybody
course.
out there, so
You're
Apple
lost.
or the,
Done.
if you try to tell Siri, to give you what's the play,
She's
well,
like,
you know what we do? You know what we do? We take that patent and we like skull fuck her.
oh.
We skull fuck Siri.
That's great.
Over and
That's
over and
great.
over.
Oh,
Oh, Siri! Oh, I don't know where to go. I don't know. Oh, that's a
yeah, she will not know.
You guys are fucking
skull fuck
Oh
Siri.
my god. You guys are fucking
So
crazy as
so
fuck.
Shane.